Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. This video is so highly requested. It's basically a drugstore makeover, but also so much of the makeup is from Kmart as well, and I'm so excited to show you guys this video. We've got some e.l.f. happening, we've got some Maybelline happening, all drugstore brands and other ones that you can find in Kmart. So if you're interested in this video, keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. So if you guys are new to my channel, I really like to spray my face either before or after, or sometimes both. Tom, you're gonna be in here, you're gonna be quiet. So I was looking for a setting spray in Kmart and I came across this Makeup Finishing Spritz Matte. I figured I should get the matte spray because everyone is always asking me how to stay more matte all day. So you guys know that I like to spray my face either before or after, or both, when I do my makeup, and I've gone for the Australis Makeup Setting Spray Matte because so many of you are always asking me how do I stay more matte for much longer. So I've chosen to go with this one. Hopefully it's going to help with the oil a little bit, and then we're going to use our primer as well. So I'm just going to let that settle into the face. So we're just going to take the Revlon Youth Fix and apply that all over my face. So just making sure that when we're applying the primer, we're getting all over the face and we're really blending it down as well. So there's not too much product down here, not enough over here. It's all very even throughout the face. So this primer is the Revlon Youth Fix, and you can purchase it from pretty much any pharmacy around Australia. It's an awesome drugstore brand. So everyone always wants to know the best foundation to wear all day. It's not really about buying the most expensive foundation to wear every day. It's just about finding a really good one. So for my face, I've chosen to go with the Youth Fix Revlon foundation, which is this one here. It comes in a tubey bottle, and the reason why I'm going with this one is that it is a medium coverage, so it's awesome for someone who needs it to last all day. So same thing we're going to do with the primer. We're going to start off in the center of the face and we're going to work it down. Just like I said before, that's going to give you that really nice even amount of product all around the face, which is what we want, which is what's going to make it last all day. This foundation has a really nice moussey texture, but it actually dries quite sticky. So it's super important to make sure that we do set our face. When I used it in the last tutorial, I made such a point of setting my face with it. Like I was like, oh my god, I need to set it because it was super sticky. So we just got to make sure that we are setting our face. So when I get to the forehead, I'm just going to apply really lightly and gently over it, because if you go too hard on the forehead, you're going to get those little creasy lines really quickly, and we don't want those creasy lines. So we're just going to make sure that we're working the product on really nice and even, working it into the face. So we're using little stippling motions as well. And I wouldn't say that you need too much on the forehead. The forehead is the part that's going to last the longest. What I love so much about Revlon is that it's such a good brand that's been around for so long, and it's in, you know, drugstores as well. So it always makes it easier for my boys and girls who are still at school, who don't really have much of a budget when it comes to makeup. You know, if you're not working and you're studying, it can be super hard, especially even if you're after school, you're at uni, or if you're even just on a budget. This just makes it so much easier to get a good brand that's affordable. So the next product that I'm going to use for concealer is the Revlon Youth Fix. So the same one as the foundation, but in a concealer form, and it's called the Fix and Blur Concealer. And I'm just going to pump out a little bit, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes and bring it all the way down here. This is going to add a little bit of extra coverage when it comes to your foundation as well, which is going to help it last longer, especially if you get oily in this section. I'm going to apply some on my chin, and I'm going to apply it down the nose, over the forehead, and with the remaining product that's left on my hand, I'm just going to run it over my eyelids, because it's super important to conceal this area here. I don't know about you guys, but my eyes are super red in the morning, especially when I've woken up really early or I haven't gotten much sleep the night before. So I like to conceal over this area here and then powder them down. So I'm going to introduce a beauty sponge, and we're going to blend that off and make sure that it's really nicely blended into the foundation and underneath the eyes. Can you guys hear the rain? Melbourne, it's been a pleasure coming back to this weather. This concealer is full coverage. Sometimes I really like using brands that have the same formula because they complement each other so well. Sometimes a certain foundation can just look absolutely terrible with something else, and it's just so much nicer when they complement each other. So the next product we're going to work into our makeover is obviously our setting powder. You guys know I will never go anywhere, do anything without setting what I have done. I set my eyes, I set my base, I set my lips, I set everything. So we are going in with the e.l.f. HD powder, and I picked this one up for $8 at Kmart. To apply my setting powder, I'm just going to take my damp beauty sponge, and I'm going to take the flat side of it, pick up product, and pat that all over the face. Now, for those watching, you guys know I haven't done this before. So I'm very excited to see how it sits. That is just absorbing straight into the makeup, which is what I want it to do. So what we're doing is we're pressing the powder into the skin, which is going to give it more layers and essentially last a lot longer. Okay, when I'm done with that, I'm just going to pat off the excess. I'm just going to pick up a Zoeva 114 and I'm going to take it right into that under eye, because I just want to make sure it's as close to my eye as possible so I don't get any creasing. All right guys, so now it's time for my brows. I don't know about you, but staring into the mirror with no brows is killing me 1 second at a time. And I discovered this brand, which is KRxx, today at Kmart. I picked up a brow pencil for $3. So just taking the spoolie end of the brow pencil, I'm just seeing exactly where I need to fill in underneath. And I feel like the more I'm getting older, the more my brows are disappearing. So now using the pencil, I'm going to start from the very top and throw the product back, applying just a little bit at the start of the brow and then the most in this area here, because that's where my brows are most dense. So I feel like this product is super soft and it's definitely filled in my brows quite nicely. It definitely has a full pigment to it. The only thing is that I'm finding it to be like a little gray on my brows. I feel like it might be a little bit gray. I might need to double check that when I put my flash on, and I'll definitely put it in my description box below of how I feel with the final product, because it might just be the excess powder that's still hanging around my brows. So now I'm just going to take the spoolie end and go back over and comb down my brows. So now it's time for my cheeks. I'm going to take the e.l.f. bronzing and blush, and I really liked this because it reminded me of the NARS Orgasm Blush and Laguna next to each other, which you can pick up from Mecca. I think it might be like, oh, I don't know, 62? I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on it. So during the day, I definitely don't make sure I haven't over bronzed my face, because it's like, you know, it's a little bit embarrassing when you've like over bronzed your face and then you looked in the mirror and you're like, oh wow, I've got quite a lot of product on my face. Today we're making everything look a little bit more soft and a little bit more natural, and basically just doing it as quick as we possibly can. So just with a fluffy brush, I'm going to dip into the e.l.f. bronzer right here, and we're going to softly take it around my face. This is just going to help give us a little bit more dimension in the forehead. I find if you've got a little bit of product on there, looks like the sun's hitting you in all the right places, even though it's not if you're in Melbourne at this time of the year. And then I'm going to take a little bit of product just on the cheekbones and work it on in circular motions. Okay, so this product isn't as pigmented, I guess, as a lot of my other bronzers, or like my Laguna bronzer for $8. I'm not complaining. So today is all about not having any harsh lines. We just want to keep everything really nice and bronzy, really nice and soft. And we're taking that contour right under the cheekbones and then blending upwards. We don't want to blend down because that's going to give us a beard. So now it's time for me to dip straight into the blush that's next to it. This is a super nude blush. We're going to smile and we'll apply really softly on the apples of the cheeks. I love applying blush to the apples of the cheeks. I just feel like it's really nice. It looks natural. You know, it's not natural to get pink up here. It's natural to get pink around the cheek, or red if you're blushing. Now this blush is super soft in pigment. It's almost like it's not really showing up on my skin at all. I don't know how it's gonna look once I have a look at the video, but at this stage, I'm not really finding that this blush is doing a whole lot, but the bronzer I like. So the last step that we're going to do to complete our 5-minute makeover in the morning is apply some mascara. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a fan of waterproof mascara. And I'm a fan of waterproof mascara because my eyes just tend to get a little bit oily. I don't know, underneath the eyes, I rub my eyes. For me, waterproof works fine. Otherwise, this is available in a smudge proof as well. So just making sure I'm getting right at the root of the lash and wiggling upwards. Oh, would you look at that? Now, this is probably meant to be, because I can tell you that the most important thing when you do get mascara on your face, wait for it to dry and then we'll flick it off. So just before we do our lips, I'm going to finish off with a little glow. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. This is what we got right here. So just taking a fan brush by Sephora and applying that to the tops of my cheekbones. Then we're going to run it down the bridge of the nose and just softly on the tip. I'm finding this highlighter is much more softer in pigment, and we're just going to run it underneath the brow bone as well. So for my lips, I'm just going to apply the Super Matte Ink. We want to make it last all day long, so I chose this one right here. Now the color of the nude is so beautiful. Oh my god, I love this nude so much. Like, I'm completely obsessed with it. It is such a gorgeous nude. I love like those terracotta nudes. I just think they're like stunning. So to finish off that makeup, I'm gonna set it all together with my Australis little spritzer. Well, there you go, guys. That's the end of this 5-minute everyday makeup look using super cheap and affordable products, which was such a highly requested video. So I'm so excited that I got to make it for you guys, and I had a lot of fun going in the aisles of Kmart and buying all these products today. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Lots of love to you all. I'll see you next week.